Patriots also made a move actually on the offensive side of the ball today. And it was, two of them, but the first one was the big one. It's Morgan Moses, 34-year-old right tackle, signs a 3-year, $24 million deal with the Patriots. One small to medium-sized connection, I'd say, with Todd Downing, who's the Patriots wide receivers coach now, but he was the quarterbacks coach in New York last year and then ended up calling the offense when they pulled those responsibilities away from Nathaniel Hackett. I mentioned he's 34 years old, so he's getting up there in age, but 6'6", 320, was a third-round pick in the 2014 NFL draft out of Virginia. And while Mike Reese had reported on Sunday that the Patriots look at Caden Wallace, their third-round pick from last year, as sort of someone they want to put in at right tackle and let him sort of grow there and not keep moving him around, this feels like a really good signing for someone who could be a bridge to a Caden Wallace and kind of teach him the ropes. So what were you able to dig up and find on Morgan Moses? Do you like it? Are you concerned that he's 34? Your thoughts on Morgan Moses now becoming a Patriot? And by the way, I don't know if we saw last night when Diana Rossini posted the Morgan Moses graphic of all the teams interested in him, and she accidentally kept the Patriot logo on there. I wonder if this is something that had been in the works for quite some time. But regardless, he did make it here, and he is officially a New England Patriot.
Yeah, this is a move I felt like they really needed to make because there weren't many right tackles on the market. One, you take a really good, not a really good player, I'm sorry, he's a good player, but you get a good player from the Jets. They needed him. That just makes it even better. But also, the Patriots with Caden Wallace, promising player, but you don't know what he is, and this is a new regime. You have no loyalty to him. I think this regime likes him, but they like him better as a swing who has some more time to develop in their system. So Morgan Moses, a guy who played with Todd Downing when he was the offensive coordinator / passing game coordinator. So there's your little current Patriots connection. But they didn't have a lot of options on the market. This made a lot of sense. Morgan Moses, really good pass blockers where he excels. He's a massive, massive guy, recovers well. Like a lot of these older veterans that were on the market, while they're not the most physically gifted because they're either older or they just don't have great measurables like a Patrick McCarry, they're really good at recovering. They've just been in the league long enough that they're not going to suffer quick losses very often unless they're going up against the best of the best. So when looking at Morgan Moses' stats, it was actually the second fewest games that he's played in his career. He battled knee injuries, but also played through injuries that would have sidelined a lot of guys. So yeah, he's 34. There's probably going to be some level of decline that goes with the aging and the fact that, yes, there may be some ramifications from him being injured last year. But again, your options were very low. You have Caden Wallace. So worst case scenario, hopefully this mentorship and coaching from Doug Marrone and Jason Huftailing leads to him taking a step forward. Maybe you are forced to give him some snaps, see how that works out. But Morgan Moses, a good pass blocker, 97.9 pass block efficiency. That was the highest of his career outside of, I think, his first year. He didn't play a ton. Sacks allowed, only 2, which, again, played second fewest snaps, but still 2 was the fewest in his career. Run blocking, statistically, he didn't do very well. But frankly, if he's next to Mike Nwenu, those are 2 massive human beings. We've seen every right tackle under the sun have success run blocking next to Mike Nwenu. So I'm not really worried about that. I think this is a really smart signing. Again, a necessary one for a team that needed some more experienced guys on that offensive line. If you add Cam Robinson, is it, the best tackle combo in the league? No, but that is the first time you've had 2 pros with years of starting experience since the last Super Bowl? Since the Super Bowl?
Yeah, yes,
that sounds Brown right. And who was in Nate Solder? Was it Nate Solder in 2018? Who's the left tackle?
I believe so, yeah.
Who was it? Or was Trent Brown? Was he a left or right? Oh my God, I gotta look this up now. I can't remember. Oh, Marcus Cannon and Trent Brown, I think, in 2018.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was Cannon. But yeah, no, for sure. It gives them some stability on at least one side of the line. And hopefully they can bring in, a guy like Cam Robinson, which is not a slam dunk, but with the I guess
lack of options
plus the guys you have in Caden Wallace, it's a good stopgap move. And according to Sports Illustrated's Albert Breer, he's only getting $11 million in guaranteed money. So that's another one where it's 3 years for 24, but at the end of the day, if you got to get out of it after one season, it's not that big of a deal. So it's a pretty harmless contract in the end. Has a ton of upside, and whether you got to move on from him because Caden Wallace is playing well, or you got to move on from him because he's not playing very well, no harm, no foul with just the $11 million. guaranteed. So again,
and it gives you
Patriots
the option to have him if you need him. If he plays
Right.
well, finds the fountain of youth, you got the guy locked in, and you don't have to move on, and you're not put in this position in a year or two down the road. That's the part of it I really, really like, where if you're not guaranteeing a whole lot, at least there's some stability and, security for both sides.
100%. So, a good signing for the Patriots. Again, I think no harm, no foul there with as far as the money goes at all.
What's going on, everyone? Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media with a very exciting announcement. Here at Patriots Press Pass, we will be introducing bonus tiers. Now, this will not affect any of the content that hopefully you've grown to know and love over here at Patriots Press Pass. It's all going to be some brand new stuff and extras so we can connect with you more and also provide you some more in-depth and high-quality content. Hopefully, you guys are going to like it. Here are the tiers and what you should be expecting from all these new bonuses. At Tier 1, we've got Rookie Starter. That'll come with ad-free content, early access to videos, 5% off of all merchandise, and even custom emojis. At Tier 2, we've got All Pro. Once again, ad-free content, early access, 10% off merchandise, custom emojis, but that'll also come with player profile film reviews and draft profiles. At Tier 3, we've got GOAT status. Same as all the other tiers, but it's going to be 20% off of all merchandise, and we're also going to have custom segments, Discord chat rooms with myself and other show hosts, as well as live film reviews with myself and whomever we've got on the podcast for that day, hoping to have some pretty fun guests.